Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new Robbery DLC video. This is going to be it for this series, for this DLC, guys. A cold heart review, and I'm just going to get straight into it. So, I want to talk about these 4 maps, and starting off with the docks here. The docks is, a lot of people call it the No Shark Canals 2.0. I'm going to go ahead and say that was not the case. This map is completely different than No Shark Canals. I mean, one big factor being that there's a freaking dock ship you can get onto in multiple levels, which is kind of cool. But, for one of the maps I was probably really interested in, this map didn't do that for me. And I'm gonna say so why. There's too much, I don't want to say too much verticality, but there's, I mean, like, the crates and containers, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, there's not too many good areas in the map, really, for gunfights. I mean, this is just strictly my opinion, guys, so you don't have to, you know, believe that this is facts. It's not. This is what I think. Everybody else is. It's okay to disagree with me. But, I mean, I haven't had the greatest of games on there. I mean, granted, I'm not the best player in the world, but just in general, like, I haven't, like, had that feeling of, wow, like, I'm thoroughly enjoying this map. Like, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's nighttime map, it's rain, it's in the docks, it's a massive ship, it's just, the map is gorgeous, it looks really nice, but, the gameplay for me is just not there. And I mean, I'm not entirely sure if, I think this is one of the maps where more emphasis is put on the look of it, rather than the gameplay, because I think the crates are they're too open. And then I think that the parts of the ship just don't seem right. Like a lot of the corridors just don't really make sense to me. Like a long corridor, there's just crates everywhere. I mean, the features of the crates dropping is pretty cool. That's another thing. This level, in my opinion, lacks evolution. You got that one little crate that falls over. And then another thing too that I don't like is I think this caters too much to snipers. You have that whole entire top area that snipers can get into. They can be sniping from the ship, sniping from the tops of the buildings. And on that category, we're talking about the, we're going to talk a quick, back away from the docks for a minute, just a quick, brief minute. The sniper rifle, which is a barrel 50 cal, is absolute trash. I'm going to say that right now. It is probably one of the worst sniper rifles in the game, in my opinion. You have to be extremely good to be good. You have to be, like, incredibly good to do well with it. Because, I mean, the second shot recoil after you fire once, if you're trying to follow up real quickly, you're not going to hit your target at all. There's just no way. I mean, the gun is absolutely garbage. I had such high hopes for it, and I've had nothing but frustration trying to play with it, just because it's just I can't stand it. But anyway, back to the docks. So it's definitely it's a nice beautiful map, but it's just the gameplay's just not there. It's just one of those maps where I don't feel fuzzy inside when I'm playing it. I haven't driven any vehicles because I just don't see the purpose. The crates are just so close. You just move from map to map, or not map to map, but move from crate to crate. And then the buildings are just kind of confusing. Like the ones on the one side where there's like 2 of them, and you can like get up into the offices and like have gun battles in it. They're just all it's kind of different. I don't really. It's too linear. It's basically like this giant square crate area with a ship on the side. And I don't think there's enough like the ships. There's not enough evidence with the ship. But yeah, so that's gonna be all for the docks. If I could rate the map out of 10, I give it a 4. The gameplay is just not strong for me. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the second map here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into looks like yeah. All right, 1 second. All right, next up we got Precinct 7. This is the snowy Detroit map, which is centered around this, I want to say abandoned town, and you got the Precinct 7 police building, or just in general, large police headquarters in the left side of the map. This map is, I love the nighttime snow. It's really cool, like this little mini blizzard, but this is another one of those maps where it's better than docks in a long shot because the building is, it's one of those maps where the building is the center of attention, which I like because I'm a close quarters guy. Well, most of the time I am. But I've had more fun thoroughly playing through Precinct 7 than I have the docks, and it's because I'm an SMG guy, and if you're in the building you got like a 70 to 80% chance of going on a massive kill streak within the building. Granted, you're good at hip firing and you have a good trigger finger, because the SMGs just absolutely tear it up. I'm not saying you operators out there are trash or anything like that, but I don't see why there's any reason why anybody would run with an SMG or a shotgun here. It's just so good. Which is another thing I want to get into. The MP7 and the Scorpion are really good. I mean, most of the SMGs have a massive recoil, and then I absolutely love the M1 carbine with a passion. I'm a huge fan of the World War II era in American history, and having the A1 Thompson, the first DLC, was amazing, and then having the M1 carbine in the second was amazing. And I believe this trend's going to continue. I can only imagine what's going to be coming in the third DLC. I mean, I'm gonna say right now, Engineer PW, the MP40, or even maybe for the assault class, the SCG-44. I guess I could be pulling two strings here with too much, but yeah, back to Precinct 7 now. The police building is really nice. They have a watchtower on like the opposite side in a massive building, and it's like a huge sniper headquarters. But this is one of my big pet peeves of this map is because I don't snipe a lot anymore like I used to. I just don't like in this game. BF4 is my main sniping game. But this map caters too much to snipers. You get on top of the rooftop for the police building. You can get on top of the rooftop along the side where that watchtower is. They have that one clock tower where you can get inside of that and snipe. It's catered too much to sniping. And I want to be able to run out in the open and get into an engaging gunfight with like a assault rifle or SMG without having a fear of getting sniped out of the map. And but yeah, Precinct 7 is map rating probably like 6 or 7 out of 10. It's got good gunfights around the building, but if you're outside and there's a lot of snipers in the map, the odds your odds of survival are pretty much dead to nothing. You have to be really talented and be able to maneuver your way out of a gunfight, or perhaps just go straight to a flag and avoid the sniper cover. It's just, I mean, that sound of just sniper rifles just whizzing by your head and getting suppressed, it's too much for me. I prefer to be inside the building and just hold down the flag and have people come to me, and then I can deter, whether or not I'm gonna die or not based on my own decisions. But yeah, Precinct 7, semi-decent map. So next up, we're gonna be getting into Breakpoint, which is I'm kind of went in a row of my least favorite maps. So, and Breakpoint is interesting because the map is visually stunning. It's got two really nice Easter eggs. It's got the Neebs gaming Easter egg where he's on the toilet, and it's got that little baby dinosaur Easter egg in the sewers. I mean, that's all we know right now for Easter egg wise, but yeah. And the map is visually stunning. I like the nice sunset in the background with the water. You got that diner area. Then you got the two roads on the side with the creek in the middle. You got some of those the mini huts where the people are living in. You got the power station. If you're a sniper, this map is for you. I mean, I guess every map but Museum is a sniper map in this game, but I mean, I like being able to just like lay down a rock, and granted I'm not using the M82.16 because that gun's garbage. I said it before earlier. But granted, you're running around with the AWP or the Scout Elite, you're bound to have some great success in this map of sniping. And I have, like, I don't know why, but, like, despite, like, all the new vehicles that came out, I don't think I've driven any of them yet. I just, because we got the armored truck, the Sky Helicopter, they don't really do much for me. I mean, the reason why I showed a lowrider in the Colonel Activity was because it was bouncing up. It was just unique because it was something different we'd never seen before, and it was just kind of cool. But yeah, the vehicles didn't really do it for me. They definitely threw an entire emphasis on the weapons because we had the DLC weapons, and then we had the free ones that came out, which was absolutely fantastic. I hope they do that again.
Took him out.
That would be lovely. But yeah, this map it's really nice. It's got a lot of up and down, kind of linear gameplay. You got the creeks kind of going down the middle. It kind of reminds me of Operation Riverside from Battlefield 3, where you got the river running down the middle. Not a big river, but noticeable. And then you got all the gunfights on the sides. And there's a lot of hilly gameplay. I like to be able to hide behind rocks and stuff. and then you know, come out and hose somebody down with an SMG or shotgun. It's one of my more favorite maps because the fact that, you know, me being an SMG guy, I can have success on it. I mean, depends on if you're like standing on top of a rock and near the top of the map where the flag is, you're gonna have some a little bit less success because people are gonna be gunning down when they hit C, poke your head up. But this map is it's not incredibly like over designed because I mean obviously I'll talk about getting a little bit about the design. I think personally the docks and museum were the most spent time designing the game just because they had more stuff in it. But Breakpoint is if I were to call anything, it's the more ambitious, beautiful version of Dust Bowl. Just, you know, the small town, and its Mesa feature is just it has a lot of nice close range gameplay, nothing too crazy. And it caters to the SMG players. But yeah, rambling out here, I'm running out of things to say. I personally, I haven't used the throw knife in this DLC because I don't know. I think I had like one kill with it, and I apologize to anybody if I said I was gonna like throw everything on there and I didn't cover a video on the throwing knife despite being a weapon. It's just too much of a hassle to have to like go out and actually do well in the game with it in my hand. But yeah, I mean the throwing knife's cool. It's a little cool feature, but it's just not for me. I'm about running out. I'd rather throw a grenade into a corner and have a chance of getting like 4 guys. But yeah, so map rating for Breakpoint 8 out of 10 melted because I can run on SMG. But we're gonna finish this off here, guys, with probably one of the coolest maps in Battlefield history, just because of the set along the dino factor to it. Ever since the start of time, or at least I've been playing, I got into Battlefield 3. The whole idea of a dinosaur game mode has just flushed fans with emotions, and everyone's always called for it. And you know, there's always been a dream of one day it'll be in. I mean, I still have high hopes for DICE. I mean, whether they do it or not, it's fun when they tease us. I mean, whether it's the dinosaur, like the flying dinosaur in the endgame DLC, or the people don't consider it, but the Megalodon is a dinosaur, guys. It went extinct. It's a species of shark. So the Megalodon is a cool dinosaur. You have the T-Rex roar on Rogue Transmission. You got the baby dinosaur on Breakpoint, and then we got this awesome museum map, which is absolutely filled with dinosaur bones. And the fact that they went in and implemented, like, I think it's like 3 to 5 audio lines for every single like dinosaur exhibit is amazing. Like, that is really cool that they've actually went in and did research on the animal and put it in there. And this is a little bit over top. One thing I would like to see, I was searching for in the game because I'm a fan of like the dinosaurs that lived in the ocean back then, the ocean dinosaurs. I'm a big fan of those. I was looking to find skeletons for the bigger dinosaurs that were in the water. I found one dinosaur, I think it's a Mosasaurus. It's the one from Jurassic World. It's a little bit smaller version of that. I would have loved to have seen like a huge corner of like the museum dedicated to like a skull version of the Megalodon. Like, that'd be awesome if they just had like the Megalodon like all the bones preserved. I mean, despite the fact that the only thing they've recovered in history from it were its teeth, I thought it would be really cool, despite the fact that they had it in BF4, that they could have put the entire like Megalodon exoskeleton in the game. I mean, maybe it's just me asking too much, I don't know. But so we're gonna get into this, you know, in-depth detail here. This map gets a 10 out of 10, not only for its visual, but it's just the SMG gameplay. It's just so up there. I mean, you run around every corner to tighten it. Whether you're fighting in the Egyptian section, the jewel section, the insect section, or just all around the you know, all around the bones. It's just a really awesome map for SMGs. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not much, but the Levolution when the T-Rex thing falls over and breaks is really cool. Like, it's nice to see the destructibility was revamped in this because it seemed like it was non-existent in Criminal Activity. And another praise, biggest praise of the day for visual games. Thank you for not bringing back any reskins from the DLC. That was the most frustrating thing when I played through the campaign, and like half those maps were from the campaign. I mean, it just seemed like criminal activity was throwing out there a thing just so we could have something. The pretty much the only thing the DLC had to offer was new weapons. But yeah. And then quickly touch on the other things. Just quickly fly through. The MDC is amazing. The RPK is also amazing. And then what was the other one? The FAMAS. The FAMAS is really good. All these assault rifles in this DLC are really good. The only gun that I think is trash is the sniper rifle. But yeah, we're coming too close here, guys. So quick, 10 out of 10. Museum. It's a fantastic map. I love everything. If you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you didn't do it, please say so in the comment section. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with some more NHL guys. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.